In music, to invert means to take the lowest note and move it one whole octave above. In this lesson, I'd like to briefly talk about interval inversions. Let's look at an example. C to G is a perfect fifth, it's 7 half steps. When we invert it and put the C on top, it becomes a perfect fourth, G to C, 5 half steps. Let's do another one. D to G is a perfect fourth. If we invert it, it becomes G to D, which is a perfect fifth. Perfect intervals will always invert to perfect intervals. Fourths and fifths will always invert to each other. Perfect fifths will invert to perfect fourths, and perfect fourths will invert to perfect fifths. Let's try another one. Let's invert a major third, C to E. The inversion, E to C, is a minor sixth. Let's try a minor third, D to F. The inversion, F to D, is a major sixth. Minor intervals always invert to major intervals, and major intervals invert to minor intervals. Thirds invert to sixths, and likewise, sixths invert to thirds. In the same way, seconds and sevenths invert to each other. So a major second, C to D, inverts to a minor seventh, and a minor second, E to F, inverts to a major seventh. Last, diminished and augmented intervals invert to each other. For example, an augmented fourth, C to F sharp, inverts to a diminished fifth, F sharp to C. Here's a handy chart that will help you quickly invert intervals. This lesson wraps up modules on keys, intervals, and scales. In the next course, we'll be discussing chords.